Hey you guys, welcome back to the Hall of Anime. My name is Dawson. Give me a second, let me move my webcam. It's in the wrong place. There we go. Okay. Anyway, hey you guys, welcome back to the Hall of Anime. My name is Dawson. Holy fucking shit. Now, I apologize really quick. I didn't do a chapter review last week. I was going to, but I ended up reading the chapter a little late. I didn't read it till around Tuesday, Wednesday, and by then it was like, there's already so many reviews up. Everyone's already heard. Everyone's already seen the chapter. Is it really worth it to put a review up? So I just decided to say, you know what, I'll just hold off until next week. So anyway, oh God, last week's chapter was amazing with the beginning of the extermination. Or no, the beginning of this extermination was a couple weeks before. Last week, what was last week's? Last week's was, oh, that's right, okay, I remember what happened last week at the end of the chapter when Sasaki shot the helicopter down, that's right. Oh, such a good chapter. Fuck. Anyway, this week we have chapter 48. Oh, shit. This chapter, fucking great again. Okay, so let me just go through the pages really quick and let's talk about what happened. So we're on page 1 right now, and basically what ends up happening is we have the scene right after Sasaki shoots the helicopter down, or destroys it, and basically Shu gets up on the roof at the exact moment that he really destroys the helicopter. And we have whatchamacallit asking Sasaki, hey, have you shot the helicopter down? Have you made any contact with anybody else on the roof? Any other people come up there? And Sasaki, surprisingly, says, no, I have not found any Tsukiyamas yet, or Tsukiyama's son, or anything along those lines. Um, so basically he lies to the CCG, telling them that he has nobody's here. It's just him. He's waiting on standby. And then basically we have this because Sasaki realizes that this is Shu. That Shu is now a ghoul, you know. He realizes that the guy that was trying to talk to him in the park a couple chapters before, who was Shu, is a ghoul. So now he wants to get some answers, possibly out of Shu. So he tries to keep him. And at one point he tells Shu, why don't you just turn yourself into the CCG? Then I can claim ownership over you and keep you in a cell, basically. And then I can talk to you kind of like what he did with Hinami. And fuck. God damn. It's just he gets pissed basically. Shu basically gets pissed and he goes off about how my whole family and everybody that I love turned themselves into the CCG to basically make sure that I could get away, and now you're trying to make me surrender. God. There's going to be a standoff between the two. And in sheer fighting force, Kaneki has the way more fighting force over Shu. We know that. I'm curious to see Sasaki and Shu fight. If they continue, if they have a full-fledged fight. But I don't know. It looks like things are going to get bad from like top-level shit from later on in the chapter. Anyway, the next part of the chapter, we have basically whatchamacallit, Shimoguchi squad, and what ends up happening is Kanae makes his triumphant return, actually, and basically fucks Shimoguchi. Fucks him. Takes his whole arm off and a couple of his fingers in basically one swoop. And he's got his two subordinates behind him, and he basically is just yelling at them, yeah, just leave, you guys. No, don't leave. Don't stay. Just go. Just go. And then he eventually tells them that he hates them, never actually liked them, trying to get them to go so that they don't die. He doesn't care if he dies with them hating him. One part that I took from this page, though, there's two parts. The part where he says get lost, basically, to the two of them, and they just kind of look at him with these faces like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then the other part that I took that was really interesting to me was Kane's mask. And now, I don't remember Kane's mask looking like this. Now, it just might be something in my head. I can't remember, honestly. But I honestly don't think that his mask ever had Noro's kind of look to it. I never remember that. Anyway, leave in the comments what you guys think. Anyway, we move on to the next page, and basically we have the two subordinates of Shimoguchi jump in, and they try and slash one of Kane's Kagane that's coming at him, one of the strands, and they're like, oh, but we kind of like you, first class Shimoguchi. And basically, the last picture on that slide is Splash, and it's a picture of his face. Basically, after that, we have Kane going on a little bit about what's in his mind, and then we get a picture of Shimoguchi's. It looks like Shimoguchi's head in his hands. So honestly, it looks like, really, they all got fucked. Kane is go completely insane now. He's talking in third person at some points with Kane. Let's go home. Let's go back home with Kane. Kane is losing its mind, and I'm curious to see what continues to unfold with Kane. I want to see if, because this is a different type of insanity. I want to say he's kind of like Kaneki in a sense, in the sense of that he's going insane, but at the same time, Kaneki was, I don't know actually, because Kaneki was tortured, and we don't know what happened to Kane yet. We know that Kane met with Edo. We don't know if Edo tortured him or basically just turned him into a doll of her own. But anyway, then we go on a little bit more with the chapter, and basically Uri and a couple other of the Quinkek's children get called down to basically go and fight. I thought at the time they were going to fight Shu. I think that was the or not Shu. They were going to fight Kane. That was the plan. But anyway, I'll get to the bit. Anyway, next we get to the top floor, where the investigators are finally heading to the top floor of the building, and before the roof, and they go to up there to fight, and damn, that it's a good fight. But basically, we have Matsume meeting. I can't think of her name, and I'm not going to spend time trying to worry about it. Matsume trying to fight the first-class investigator, the chick, I'll say. And basically, at the start, it's kind of like, oh my gosh, I'm going to make that Kagune mine. She thinks that she's basically got the whole thing. And then it goes to a little bit of a flashback to where we have Matsume fighting the other servants. And it looks like she was always better than the rest of them, fighting-wise. And then we have basically Mr. Muramo, Shu's father, asks her if she wants to fight him. And it looks like he fucking destroys her, basically. Like, no fight at all, it looks like. And then, basically, tells her that feelings are what make you stronger, and that you can always get stronger and be the strongest if you use your feelings. And at that point, goes back to the fight, and, oh, God, when she fucks her, she just destroys the investigator right through the fucking middle. She has to be dead. I can't think that she's alive. There's no thought in my mind that I, I don't want to say, how do I put it? I don't want to say that she's dead, but I don't want to say that she's dead, but I think she's dead. That's about all that I can say on the subject of the whole thing. Anyway, now we get to the final part of the chapter, the part that just, fuck, makes me, this is the last page, makes me think, oh shit, what's gonna go down here? we have the squad that went down to go for Kanae, and they don't find Kanae. They find something else. They find Noro. And that leads me to think wherever Noro is, that's usually where Edo is. And we already saw that Edo was watching from the background. So Edo might be getting involved soon. We might get a little bit of the one-eyed, the owl coming in a couple chapters. Honestly, I just want to take a second to talk about Tokyo Ghoul in general. The chapters of Re have been so good lately. Oh my god, so good. They have been at a top. Like, Tokyo Ghoul Re started off a little slow, but that was just because of the point that it was coming off of the hype train of Tokyo Ghoul. And like I said in a couple like last chapter review that I did for Re, I fucking finished Tokyo Ghoul and oh, was it hype. Those last chapters were hype as fuck. And anyway, we have it coming off of Tokyo Ghoul Re, or we have Tokyo Ghoul Re coming out of it. It starts off slow. I'm not gonna lie, it starts off slow. But once we get into it, oh my god. It gets so good. The Nutcracker was great, and now the extermination of Tsukiyama. Oh my fucking god. Literally, it keeps getting better, and it's living up to that hype. And, oh god, I don't know what's going to happen. Tokyo Ghoul ran, what was it, 140 chapters or so? Right around there. 14 volumes worth of content. And now we have Tokyo Ghoul Re, 48 chapters, not even halfway. And it's at 4 volumes released, not even any in English yet. And oh my god, fuck, so good. I can't wait for more. I cannot wait for more. I mean, honestly, if you think about it, if this even runs close to Tokyo Ghoul, we could be looking at 10 volumes with content. We're not even halfway on up the freaking railroad tracks. We're like in the middle, on the like at a train stop getting hot dogs or something. We're we're still chugging. That's all I really have to say. By the way, oh, Tokyo Ghoul, Tokyo Ghoul. Tokyo Ghoul's finally getting the recognition that it needs by far. The last time that I saw the sales for the week that Tokyo Ghoul came out, oh, it deserved what it got. It sold like, what was it? I want to say in Volume 4's first week, I think it was around like 350,000 copies sold. Fuck yeah. It's definitely starting to get the recognition that it deserves, and I'm just happy for it, because really Tokyo Ghoul is such a good series. It's way up there with any series ever, like the top series of all time. It definitely deserves it. Out of any series, this one deserves it for all the work that's been put into it. Anyway, this chapter was fucking great. I can't wait for next week's chapter. I'm hoping that we get a little bit more from Shu and Sasaki's fight, and also I'm really looking forward to see Noro, see what he does, and Edo. I want to see Edo show up. Even though I feel like if Edo shows up, there's going to be a lot of deaths, and a lot of shit's going to go down, because the last time that Edo showed up in a battle, holy shit, that was the most intense battle in Tokyo Ghoul. There's some great shit coming, you guys. That's all I have to say. Anyway, you guys, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in next week's chapter review.